guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Shantae, but you can call me Taya. Of course, you know already. If you can't tell by the description box below, today I'm going to teach you the for real, honest to God way how to pass your classes from a junior bachelor's in biology. BS. BS. The first thing I want to say is do not overdo it. Tip number one, don't overdo it in the beginning of the year. Do not be out here doing all that extra stuff in the beginning of the semester, because God's honest truth, the beginning of the semester is the easiest part of the semester. This is syllabus week. This is the first week. Don't start pushing yourself and being extra hard until midterms. I know you're excited, and that's cool. This is a new semester, brings on new challenges and new adventures. But please try to resist the temptation to overexert yourself in the first few semesters, few months. Pace yourself, literally. Pay attention to your academic calendar. The second one is to experiment with different study techniques or different study methods. Not all study methods are created equally, literally. Mix it up, try note-taking. Yes, handwriting notes is way better to me than typing on a laptop or even writing on my iPad. Or my personal favorite, writing notes and then trying to like type it for extra repetition, because repetition is the key to any good note. So any good study method, repetition is going to be your key, and repetition is going to be something that is in almost all of your favorite study methods. Repetition, repeat. Repeat it so much that it's engraved in your head. But find a study method that works best for you. But in order to study properly and to gain all this information, you need to be well rested, okay? Your mind needs to be energized and hyperactive enough to let all of your synapses and nervous systems and chemical balances in your head communicate properly with each other. Tip number 3, be well rested. Be able to understand and critically think about and evaluate the information that you're using, which is also like not another tip, but another thing is like when you read stuff in a notebook or when your teacher is telling you stuff, try to transcribe it into a way you would tell somebody else or a way you would teach somebody else. This way, like, it allows you to grasp and connect the information together and figure out fun and cool ways to connect it. Like, how would you teach it to your friend? How would you teach it to a student, a child? What would you use an analogy of to explain this to somebody else? That way, it kind of repeats itself in his head. It reinforces the information that you're learning. Next thing is mix your hard and your easy classes. Do not, I beg you, do not take all hard classes. Do not take all easy classes. Do not go, oh, I want an easy semester. You need to mix your classes so you know which classes you need to spend more time on and which classes you can kind of be like, oh, okay, I'm going to do whatever. The next thing is utilizing all your available resources. Now, when I say this, let me talk about ChatGPT first and foremost. I do not 100% trust ChatGPT with a lot of stuff. Now, I know people are like, oh, I use ChatGPT for schoolwork. And while that's cool and whatnot and so forth, some issues that I have with ChatGPT is like, it gets stuff wrong. I know it's supposed to be an AI. It does. It gets stuff wrong. Chat gets stuff wrong. That's probably the only two I can think of right now. But that doesn't mean you cannot use it. And I 100% want you to work smarter, not harder. Use them when you can use them, but make sure that you're using them right and make sure that you're using them properly. What I will, however, do is if I already have the basic foundation, I already have like 2 to 3 pages, and I need it to be longer, or I need something, like it's missing something, or I want to fix my grammar and whatnot and so forth, do I mind putting it in ChatGPT to do that? No. But I think for me, like, I like to use ChatGPT to extend my ideas instead of creating the idea for me. Like, if I have the idea, I have the basis, I have everything. I have the outline. I can have the paragraphs put where I want them to be. I need you to just go through and fix it. You feel me? With Chegg, use it. Yes, of course. Use Quizlet. Yes, of course. These are there for you to use it. We live in a time of technology. Do not sit here and try to figure all this stuff out by yourself. Impossible. But make sure that you're using it wisely. So yes, you want to work smarter and harder, but you also want to work wise too. Now, the next tip, I hate group work, I hate group projects. But collaborative work in college is great. Two heads are always going to be better than one. Three, perfect. Three is the dynamic duo when sharing and doing schoolwork. While yes, you know, there is GroupMe available. People get caught plagiarizing in GroupMe all the time. You don't get me caught up in that. You know, people get in trouble for GroupMe all the time. Don't get me caught up in that. However, sometimes we forget stuff. Sometimes we forget classwork. Sometimes we need help with classwork. So it's great to have 2 to 3 people in a group doing group work with you. And this way, like, what I don't understand, you understand. What I understand, you understand. Like, what you understand, I don't understand, we can teach each other. This also kind of reinforces repetition, because if I'm teaching you or I'm telling you, like, I don't understand something, here's your opportunity to teach me in a way that I understand it. And taking it a step further by finding a study partner will definitely take the amount of workload off of you. I'm not saying that you're not going to have to study. I'm not saying that you're not going to have to do schoolwork, because you are. You're still going to have to do it. But it helps to have somebody to do it with, you know? And it makes the learning process more fun. Another tip is diversifying your study techniques. Again, while repetition is going to be your biggest study technique of no matter what class you're in, you want to kind of like create cute illustrations for like a biology class or as a math class. You just want to, that is heavy on repetition, doing word problems that ask you the same problem as like if they were just to write the formula out for you or write the question out for you. It can help you remember information better to just try different techniques, experiment with different methods, and stick with what resonates with you. I know in no class have I used the same study method. I've always had to switch it up to whatever works for me, whatever, connecting like my favorite hobby to the hardest class works for me. Giving myself a reward works for me, you know? Like a reward system definitely is one of my favorite things to do with studying. If you're like me and you hate growl. I growl at math. Math is like learning another language because it has so many signs, symbols, this, that, and the third. One time I cried in math because I saw a triangle, everybody else saw a delta, and I was confused as hell. I think it's delta. I don't even know. Yeah. I hate math. I don't know. I don't know how I made it this far. And it's so crazy because I had a math teacher one time that wouldn't allow us to use calculators. I don't know how I passed that man class. If math is your Achilles heel, like me, Lord, what helped me is tools like Mathway, Photomath, YouTube videos, learning the formulas. Learning the formulas. I don't care. Learning the formulas and practicing using those formulas and understanding the formulas has definitely helped me. But I also think I have testing anxiety, so there's that. And another secret for me is personally, I like passing all the homeworks because 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to pass the test. So if you pass the homework and the homework are 10% and you get a 68 on the test, and a 68 to me is failing on the test, it kind of cancels itself out, you know? Y'all, I'm just being very realistic here. When you are using other people's homework, please be mindful of using someone else's homework because you don't know if their answers are right. But you also want to make sure that even if you're copying or using ChatGPT or Mathway or any of these other apps, that you understand the basics. Like if somebody took this away from you, would you understand it at a basic level? Like, I'm not saying you need to understand it through and through, like, yeah, because if you did, you wouldn't be using this app. But do you get the basics? Do you understand the foundation? Because if you understand the foundation, then It's okay. It's excusable. But if you don't understand the foundation, maybe you don't need to be cheating and you need to be taking a second to look. Because we're not just trying to pass. Well, we are just trying to pass, but we also need to learn a little bit, you know? Avoid distractions. When studying, I need it to be like dead silent. I can't listen to music. I need all my synapses. I need all my brain function and power to be on studying. It can't be on nothing else, baby. I can't do it. I can't function. I can't think. I don't want to do it. I ain't going to try to do it. And while that might work for me, it might not work for you. But especially in our age, technology, because it's easy for me to be like, okay, I got a text message. Or let me check if such and such texts me back. Now I open my phone. Damn, I was on TikTok the last time. Or Snapchat the last time. Or I was listening to music. Now I'm there again. You feel me? Like, don't do that. You want to make sure that while you're studying, you are focusing and you are making sure that you are gaining as much information as you possibly can. And with that, you have it. Those are my top tips for passing all your classes in college, even in school. And remember, it's not just about getting your grades. Kind of is. But it's also about learning. If you have any questions or any specific topics that you want me to cover, you can leave it in the comment section below. Or you can even tell me about your favorite study method. Tell me what are some of your tips that you have. You can write that in the comment section below. Don't forget to stay focused, stay motivated, stay you, boo. And see you in the next video. Bye.